Asian music has transcended borders, captivating global audience and leaving a profound impact on the world. From the influences of infectious beats of K-pop and the introspective lyrics of J-pop to the vibrant sounds of Bollywood and the catchy rhythm of Asian hip-hop, Asian music has become a powerful force, spreading positively and bridging cultural divides through its universal language. Good morning from Taiwan, and today I, Shangze, alongside my teammate Yuan, Xingbei, and Mingting, are here to present about the remarkable journey of 88 Rising, a music and media company that has played a pivotal role in bringing Asian talent to the forefront of global stage. Turning on to page 1, 88 Rising has been faced with a crucial decision between remaining a niche player or expanding their reach. Through recognizing the immense opportunities that lay ahead, we would suggest 88 Rising choose to embark on a path of expansion. However, this decision will bring along its own set of challenges, including how to scale their operations, how to maintain brand image integrity, and how to face competition. To tackle these challenges head-on respectively, we have come up with 3 strategic solutions. First, they should focus on diversifying music genres and target audiences, recognizing that the riches of Asian music extends far beyond a single genre of demographics. By embracing diversity, they were able to catch to a wider audience, fostering inclusivity and expanding their global reach. Secondly, 88 Rising should also establish a meticulous system categorizing artists into different labels. By leveraging the unique strengths of each artist, they're able to maintain brand image integrity while showcasing the diverse talent within the Asian community. Lastly, to stay competitive in a rapidly evolving industry, 88 Rising introduced a talent program that stresses strong talent acquisition and also a high contract renew rate. By providing a platform for talents to shine, they were able to attract a fresh wave of creativity and innovation, cementing their position as a leading platform for Asian talents. Now, let's delve into a brief company overview. Founded in 2015 by Sean Miyashiro and headquartered in the US, 88 Rising is not just a record label, but a fusion of an artist and management company, a media company, and a marketing company. Their multifaceted approach enables them to curate a cultural portal for the Asian community, promoting Asian talent to the global market. From talent management and music production to content creation, brand partnership, live events and tours, and merchandise sales, 88 Rising has established a comprehensive business model with the goal of gaining global recognition as a leading platform for Asian talent. Moreover, 88 Rising has crafted a brand image that radiates Asian cool, as shown on the right-hand side, embodying fashion, dynamism, fun, approachability, and this distinct image resonates with audiences worldwide, inviting them to explore and embrace the diverse and vibrant music scene that Asia has to offer. Their concrete vision of a cultural movement for fan engagement, fostering a family-like company culture, utilizing alternate distribution channels, and modernizing old formulas sets them apart in the industry. Now I'll be handing it over to Mingting.
Okay. Now moving to the analysis on page 4. As 88 Rising becomes more popular among the young Asian market, 88 Rising is right now caught in a dilemma. Should they remain a niche player with a unique and strong brand image, or diversify their music genre and target audience to scale up their business but risk the dilution of its brand image? What should the next step be? To answer this question, we would like to identify the long-term goal of 88 Rising first. So, as we can see on the left, the long-term goal of 88 Rising is becoming a global recognition as a leading platform for Asian talent. Based on this vision, we can compare the 2 choices. First, if 88 Rising choose to stay as a niche player with strong brand image, although they can maintain the strong brand identity and expertise they have now, 88 Rising would limit its growth potential and miss the opportunities they have now. On the next side, if we choose to expand and scale up by diversifying the music genres and target audience, we can strongly increase the market potential, expanding our fan base and increase the business resilience. Even though we might encounter some brand dilution, potential competition, Our team have come up with several actions to prevent the situation. And next, we will move to the competition analysis. Now, ADA Rising has three main competitors, the small division and sub-companies of three big music record companies, as we can see, such as Universal, Sony, and Warner. Based on this condition, three of the sub-companies don't have much resources and to expand their fan base. And from the other side, they also don't have much genres and have limited artists they have now compared to the ADA Rising. Aside from this, ADA Rising has a first mover advantage in the fan base, which the strong strengths of ADA Rising. Also, in addition to ADA Rising sourcing popularity in Asian markets, there are more opportunities in the big environments, such as the growing Asian American community, which suggests the potential of our fan base. And also with the growing music stream market, we can more easily to spread and approach new fans to help ADA Rising to expand more fastly and efficiently.
So with the goal of expansion in mind, we've identified three main challenges ahead 88 Rising would come across on the road to success, which are respectively A, how to scale, which music genres and target audiences are most suitable as an immediate next step. B, brand image integrity. How do we keep our scaling while avoiding the impact on the old fan base? And C, the competitive business landscape as major record companies venture into the Asian market. So next, we will be introducing our suggested solutions in detail one by one. A, how to scale, diversifying music genres. 88 Rising has solidified its Asian cool brand image that resonated with millions of fans worldwide. And this was relatively easy to accomplish as their artists mainly categorized under Asian rap, hip-hop, and R&B. On the left, you can see survey results showing the music preference of Asian Americans, with pop music taking the lead. Hip-hop and R&B, two of 88 Rising's main target genres, follow at 9% and 8% respectively, with rock alternative and country coming next in line. In the pie chart on the right, you'll see the distribution of music genres among all artists signed under the label. Hip-hop takes up 44%, followed by R&B artists at 27%. As a result, we suggest that besides the current target genre of hip-hop, 88 Rising could continue signing artists that make R&B and pop music. They have recently signed Korean alternative artist Lauren, so rock alternative is also a great option. Next, which target audiences should 88 Rising further expand to? 50% of the current audience comes from East Asia, while USA audience, mainly Asian Americans, take up 35%. The graph on the right shows the nationality and roots of artists currently signed under 88 Rising. Although artist nationality has no direct link to the audiences they appeal to, most fans tend to support artists from their own country. So we believe that expanding to different countries could help 88 Rising increase their influence over the world. So the target markets we believe that 88 Rising could expand to include Asian diaspora communities inside and outside of USA, including Canada and Australia. Further East Asia development is also suggested. Examples include Japan, which is the second largest music market in the world. Currently, Japanese artists under the label only include a J-pop group and Joji, who is Japanese Australian. Signing more artists from this country could help their exposure in the Japanese market. Finally, expansion in South Asia is also a possibility. With a large untapped market in India, 88 Rising could sign potential talents from the country. Moving on to the next page, we have Solution B, a way to stay true to brand value while aiming for expansion. The main concern of 88 Rising expanding to different music genres and audiences is the loss of old fan base and brand uniqueness. To solve this problem, we suggest to categorize artists into different labels based on the signing time and targeted fandom. This way, the OG club could include early artists like Rich Brian, Joji, and Nicki, who could continue producing hip hop and R&B styled music, while new artists signed under the label like Lauren and Suri, who are both from Korea, could cater to different audiences who like K-pop, pop, or even younger generations. So as the company scales up, artists would not have to know each and every one of each other, but rather through labeling and groups, the family-like connection between artists that 88 Rising hopes to create could still be maintained through interaction within and between the labels.
Before we move on to our solution C, we would like to request a technical timeout, as my computer is not incapable of being charged, so we might have to switch the person sharing screen. Thank you.
Okay, so keep moving on. Okay, I'd like to introduce our search solution for 88 Rising. Action C is a strong talent acquisition plan to conquer the competitive landscape. For acquiring new artists, we recommend 88 Rising to establish a direct, sustainable, and specialized talent acquisition. The operation of 88 Rising is still heavily reliant on the communication and network of CEO. The new division will expand the current strategic approach to sources from streaming media like TikTok, YouTube, and SoundCloud. As we wish 88 Rising to expand and reserve partly of its brand image, this is crucial for 88 Rising to enhance the ability to acquire talent and skillful new artists. Moreover, the marketing campaign will be included. We have witnessed the Asia wave sparked by online Chinese T-pop show, The Rap of China, in 2017, aligning with 88 Rising brand value and client preference. YouTube as a platform to recruit new artists and enhance the entertainment impact by following the talent show mode. In the show, the existing artists in 88 Rising can serve as mentors, gain greater exposure, and allow for them for having a collaboration with local brands to increase cultural impact. Additionally, for maintaining existing artists in 88 Rising to improve contract renew rate, we have three movements. First, brand partnership will be continuously provide artists with opportunities such as brand ambassadors and advertisement. Later, we'll have artist collaboration that will leverage the current resource to seek collaborations with global big names. And last, we will have a welfare to improve the welfare of the existing artists and provide some of the actions like insurance, payoff, or higher commissions. This will be our implementation plan. For action A, we will have diversity music genres in the first 2 years, diversify target audience in 18 months. And for action B, we'll have established a new system for categorizing artists into different labels in the third year. For action C, we'll launch a strong talent acquisition in the first 18 months and improve contract renew rate in the first year. Each action will be perpetual to the future years, executing the actions prior to success. In conclusion, we recommend 88 Rising to diversify their music genres. Although there are challenges ahead like scaling up, brand image integrity, and competitiveness. We have come up with actions to resolve these challenges, like diversifying music genres and target audience, establish a system categorizing artists into different labels, and increase competitiveness with talent acquisition program. As we sincerely hope the future is like the name of 88 Rising, rising to become the global recognition of a leading platform for Asian talent. Thank you.
So our presentation has ended. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you, guys. Great. Thank you for your presentation. And now it's time for Q&A session. So please make the questions short and concise and leave your thoughts and comments for the feedback session later. So the 15 minutes countdown starts now, and let's hear the first question from our judges and our joiners. So feel free to ask questions.
Hi, it's Kieran here. Thank you for your presentation. That was very interesting in terms of the way you approached it. I'd just be interested to know, what are the opportunities that you considered but you discounted, and why? I think you're on mute.
Sorry, can you please repeat the question again? Sorry. Thank
Sure,
you.
no problem. What are the opportunities or the potential different strategies that you considered but you may have discounted, and why?
Got it. For us, so let me start by breaking the question down into two parts and answering first off, what are the opportunities that we identified, and then second off, introducing what are some other options that we initially considered but then abandoned. So for the opportunities that we identified, we are more back to the opportunity page. We are more trying to present that we believe there is a growing market, not only because of the growing Asian American community in the US and also across the globe, but also because of the growing music streaming market. Backed by these two data, we believe that the growing market is a great opportunity and also a great chance for 88 Rising to catch on to this trend and continue to expand. So that is the opportunity that we identified. As for some of the options that we have discussed along the way, include so at the very beginnings, we actually did discuss abandoning their strong core value and value proposition, and then trying to make them into one of the big record labels, of signing as many artists as they can, and not only being limited to the niche of Asian music or even the Asian cool hip hop music genre. But along the way, we believe that that'll be too big of a shift within a shorter time frame. Therefore, we went on to our solution in this case, which is to stay true to our value proposition as the company was founded and known for, and however, to expand beyond that by setting different minor labels within our record company to create different branches of different kind of artists, so that we can not only maintain our previous brand recognition, but also expand into other music genres and target audiences.
Thank you.
So to add on, like the artists that we suggest 88 Rising to sign in the future would mainly be from Asian roots. Yeah.
Hey, CJ Hernandez here. Thanks again. Thank you for your presentation. Just one question. What do you think are the key assets of 88 Rising that help them arbitrate Asian cool? What sets them apart and their current competitors?
Okay. So what we believe sets 88 Rising apart from their competitor is how they identified some of the international opportunities, cross-national opportunities for artists that have multi-background. And by multi-background, I mean, for instance, Rich Brian, which is, I believe, an Indonesian rooted hip-hop musician, but at the same time, he's also an immigrant to the US. And they like to grab onto these opportunities where artists have multi-backgrounds and try to expand their music market beyond one of their background that they are originally really focused on into the other background they have neglected or have not been able to have the resource to explore into. And that is what I think is the most unique opportunities that 88 Rising is offering to the market.
And I also believe that they have this marketing strategy that emphasizes that fans are not only fans, they're kind of our family. So this way they have stronger connections with their fans through like YouTube channels or like in-person fan meetings. And also they have this family-like connection within these artists. So they can hold concerts with like a lot of artists under their labels, which I believe is harder to happen in other different labels.
And moreover, I think that from a more objective view, 88 Rising has a first mover advantage, which they boast a more multifaceted genres, and they have a lot of existing artists. And compared to other sub labels from other main huge competitors, these kind of competitors, they only focus on a certain area like China or Southeast Asia, and they also have limited genres and relatively few artists they have. So I think, and this is the part that 88 Rising has a very big advantage compared to other competitors.
Thank you. And how do you think that will be affected by your suggested expansion implementation? You mentioned earlier that you have these propositions that you drop because you want to keep certain assets, right? So how does that play into the whole expansion?
Okay. So how this whole scheme is going to play into our advantage is this. So originally the advantages that we all mentioned above are very unique and very niche to a group of artists that are hitting the hip hop and also the R&B music market abroad and also within the Asian or East Asian community. And how we are looking forward to expand is actually to venture into markets beyond the advantages that we just mentioned prior. So we would like to think of our expansion into two separate ways. So one is by creating, so like we create labels underneath our company. So it could be named any kind of label, and we would like to keep the original branch of people that currently have the Asian cool tag within them, which is the group of people that we just described our advantages on. And we're going to continue to explore more artists and add them into this bunch. However, there is going to be a ceiling to this market for some obvious reasons. So because first of all, R&B and also hip hop is not yet the main music preference of Asian American and also the Asian community. So that's one reason we have a ceiling there. And then the second reason is because there are not as much artists in these two categories that have the multinational background that can be pushed into the global market. So what we're looking forward to expand into is to create some other branches underneath our company with a different label and a slightly different value proposition that are also still Asian talents that can be pushed into the global market, but under a different music genre. So that is how we want to play our advantages. So we are going to play our advantages on the original group of people, but now because of expansion, we are looking forward to try out some other markets. Yes, thank you.
So maybe just following on from CJ's question there, how are you going to do that? Because you're such a small company. You've only got 200 employees and you don't have scale. So how come you haven't considered private equity investment or selling a portion of the company to one of your competitors, etc.? Because at the moment, I can't see how you're going to scale because your company's not big enough.
Thank you. This is a very, very deep question. And this topic has actually came up during our discussion time. And we have considered not being able to scale up fast enough as the company grow as one of our risks that need to be mentioned. And as of now, we are actually open to options and still considering, and we haven't really thought it through. but I would say that we might not prioritize selling our company or portion of our company off. Instead, we might consider partnering up or working with headhunting company to see if we are able to acquire high-level management talents from other big music labels and introduce those managers or high-level managers into our company alongside our founder as partners as well to handle the other music labels that we mentioned earlier, the new music labels that we're going to create underneath 88 Rising. So that is our current plan instead of selling off a portion of our company to keep it alive. However, we haven't fully went through the detail of how feasible this plan would be, but we are looking forward to expand within the company, and we are also keeping the possibility open of looking for some more rounds of funding from investors.
I have a question about, I think in one of the slides you mentioned one of the strategies is to look into expanding into like some of the established Asian music markets, including Japan, for example. Because I think the success of 88 Rising is very like specifically because they targeted Asian American audience with the Asian cool. Japan being a quite established music market, how do you think the talents under 88 Rising will resonate with what Japanese audience like? And so going back to this, I think one of the other question related would be, how important do you think this international expansion would be for the future development of 88 Rising? So actually two questions, but they're related. Thank you.
Answering the first question, we believe that expanding into Japan, like currently they have a J-pop group and a R&B singer, and we think that there is still a pretty big opportunity in that market, since I believe not only they don't only listen to J-pop or like mainstream music, there is still a large portion of Japanese who like to follow maybe the American industry or the music outside of just Japanese songs. And I think 88 Rising being so famous and popular in East Asia and even in America, this would be a huge like selling point to why a portion of Japanese people would be interested in listening to this type of music. And not only for Japanese audiences, I think global like East Asian audiences would also be really interested in Japanese artists. Yeah. And can you repeat your second question again? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. The second question is mainly just to understand, because you have three elements on this slide, right? I'm just curious about how important each element would be. Like if, say, this East Asia development is important, then I think you would need a better strategy in terms of to attract East Asian audience.
I think this is kind of like strategies in different time frames. Like I think, yes, East Asia development is I believe one of the most important things among the three, and we would have to have a more concrete solution plan. But the second most important would be the first point, Asian diaspora communities, because I think they've only focused on expanding the USA market, but in Australia and Canada, a lot of Asian people from Asian roots also exist. So these two would be like the first two we would have to face. Yeah.
So, and we think that maybe East Asia would be our priority because it's the worst developing part. Because there are still some of the region in Asia that is too small to develop. It is not such as a very good niche market, such as the sub-label from Wonder. They have developed some of the talented Mongolian rap singer, but do not have an effectiveness to attract a lot of clients and the result is not as good as just to develop East Asia market.
Yes, I would like to say that as a final add-up, we also understand exploring into some of the other music genres and also nationalities, including Japan, having their own very unique music style, might be a pretty big risk for our brand reputation, as our current fan base doesn't really resonate with that kind of music. But this is something that we are considering to taking a bet on in expanding 88 Rising, because we really recommend 88 Rising look forward into tapping into some of the other music markets that are that they haven't set foot on before. And what we believe, what we can do and hope for the best of, is to deal with all the PR problems and to reform the brand personality to some degree with the new partners joining in, as mentioned earlier, to see if we can successfully brand 88 Rising into multiple markets in the future. And that is really where we see the growth coming in. Thank you.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think time is up. So next will be the deliberation session. So thank you, team, for your presentation, and thanks, judges, for the questions.